Good morning, everyone. It's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway. How are we this morning? I'm really well, thank you. I'm on babysitting duty, so getting in now to do this reading. I am doing a general weekly read for the 1st to the 7th of August, and I am using my Sacred Geometry Healing card deck. These are available on my website, and all cards bought through me will be personally signed if you would like it to be. Otherwise, they are available throughout stockists worldwide. The other thing I'd like to talk about before I start my reading are my lab or liquid alchemy in a bottle. These are high vibrational frequencies that have been created to nurture, balance, heal mind, body, and soul. They have been created so that they can definitely be ingested, and there are a number of ways in which you can actually work with them. Go onto my website, www.phoenixgateway.com.au. On the top of the homepage, there is a PDF that you can download. It will give you all the information on the top 5 reasons to work with these elixirs. And what is really beautiful is Albert Einstein has actually had said that future medicine will be the medicine of frequency, and it is absolutely true. We're already seeing that with people working as well with frequencies of tones and the frequencies like the solfeggio, as well as like a Rife machine or like the Spooky 2 or Rife Max. I personally have the Rife Max machines. I think they're brilliant. So if you want to know any more about the Rife Max, RYFEMAX, please drop me a line and message me on emily@phoenixgateway.com.au, and I'd be yes, I'm going a little bit mad trying to work out my emails. But that is correct, emily@phoenixgateway.com.au, and I'd be more than happy to pass on some information for you on the Rife Max machine. So let's get started on this reading. I'm reading for August 1st to the 7th. And I always have a little think before I even start my readings. I always think about what is going on or what I'm feeling's coming up. And sometimes I can gauge it just on things that I'm feeling more so for myself, because I believe, it's not, with even though it's something that I'm feeling, I know it's something that is really imperative on a global scale. And as you know, we are all one. So we are all connected, okay? And this week seems to still be a huge week of letting go. And I personally have done a lot of healing work this year, letting go of things that no longer serve me. And the more and more aware I become of what is going on, not just in, this on the level that we're at worldwide, this looking at it from a 3D level, but that awareness of, there is so much more out there than meets the eye. And, it's just that inner knowing, because we are so connected on a global level. And it's just, it's like using discernment as well, and listening to others speak. And realizing how important it is to really let go of what is anchoring us here, to stop us moving forward. And there's a lot of work I have personally done around, aspects of shame, aspects of self-worth. They're just a couple of things. But what I realize is, especially over the last couple of years, and I know it, I could also probably put menopause into the mix somewhere there, but I can come up with lots of excuses as well. But what I see is, in particular over the last couple of years, everything that has been holding me back has actually come to the forefront for me to let go of. And one of the biggest things I do have with that is gratitude. And I very much believe gratitude is very important for each and every one of us to experience, for many different parts, aspects of our lives, because it's honoring what we have been through. It's honoring it's honoring lessons. This is part of, you chose to come here for a reason, and it's an amazing time to be here, to be learning what we're here to learn, to see ourselves taking off from that, a more earthbound. I mean, we are here, we're still the physicality, but it's understanding how we're not restricted to time, space, that, energy is fluid, energy is everywhere. And we can actually take ourselves anywhere we choose to go. It's part of that shape-shifting aspect. I know I was saying something else and I sort of got off, a little bit off tangent there, but just coming back to the fact that I feel that this week really is a week about, really being aware of what still needs to shift for you to let go, to be able to, anchor in a new frequency. And that's what it is, whether you want to use those words or not. It's a new energy that we're creating around ourselves. It's what we can activate. It's what we can, once we start to activate aspects of ourselves, it also means that we're going to be able to start siphoning out more and more knowledge and wisdom, because everything we need to know is already within ourselves. And, saying that, I remember one of my visits to Karnak Temple, to Karnak in the Sekhmet temple there, and what I was hearing, channeling, was that, we are an exact replica of the stars. Those stars are within us and they're within our DNA. So all that knowledge that is out there, all that we need to know energetically, is already in here, and we can access it. And the more we learn to let go, the more you will be aware, it will be surprised about what really comes. We are coming in and we're already in the energies of it. You hear of the 888, the 888, the Lion's Gate. This is a portal where Sirius, Orion's belt, and the Earth align. It is a phenomenal time, a really pertinent time, and it's understanding that this is the time that we can use to manifest all that we choose within our reality. What is it that you want to create? The fact is that when you hone into something really aligned to who you are, what it is that you choose to have, you will create it. And what's so beautiful is I actually watch my youngest son. He is so driven by he's so driven because he really knows what he wants and what he wants to create, his little empire of what he wants to bring in. And I'm watching this 21-year-old kid going ahead. He is probably one of my biggest teachers when it comes to learning all about manifesting. And I'm finding the same now. I'm finding when I want to manifest something, when I really truly want to bring something in, this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it now. And it's a belief system. I did say it last week too, really feeling in, feel it, smell it, know it, taste it. Whatever it is that you want to create, whatever you want to bring it in, like the car. See yourself driving it, see the color of it. What does the interior look like? What does it smell like? Is it brand new? Is it secondhand? How does it drive? It's all of those things. And this is what we're here to learn and to know and to create. So this is still very much the inner work, the letting go. I'm going to take that, yeah. And this Metatron's cube is the first card to come through. So what we're here to understand is the more we let go, okay, the universe, everything we need, this geometry is already within us. This is part of our cellular matrix. And this is about the Akash. This is about being able to pull the information, know the information that, all the Akashic records, everything we need is already within us, okay? Everything. And the more you do this process for yourself, the more aware you are of what you need to move away from, what new beginnings. I mean, it's the first of the month, and it's like, okay, for me, I'm now ready to I have to take the weight off that I've put on. What I've done over the period of time is I've put on all this weight because emotionally I've just eaten my emotions. I haven't exercised. I haven't allowed myself, to really, I haven't really, I'm going to say I probably haven't loved, hadn't loved myself enough to go, no, I'm not going to, I'm not caring. The fact is I do care. And I'm realizing it more and more now. And today I've just gone, okay, this is now what I need to do. I need to shed this now because not only is it going to help me physically, but it's going to help me on all other levels, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. This is something for me. This is just my personal need or want I choose to now let go of. Now it's time to shed. I resonate very much with snake medicine, and I find that, it's like it's transformation. It's now taking off that layer. What is it that you no longer need to hold on to? Okay. Can I have some more cards, please, this week? That letting go. So, like, the Lion's Gate, the alignment of Sirius, Orion's belt, and Earth, we too are going to align with who we are. We're going to be looking at aspects of love and leadership. Let me pick up these cards, too many. Love and leadership. We're going to be looking at creativity. It's love of self. Maybe it's the love of bringing in something really special for you. I mean, Leo rules the heart, okay? Love is the strongest frequency we can feel. And this is what we're here to learn. We have to take love over fear, okay? Love over anything else that lowers our vibration, that keeps us stuck down. All right, for some reason, these cards don't want to come out, so I might just have to pull them. Can I have some more cards? 1st to the 7th. 1st to the 7th. Okay. Following on from what I've been saying about what we need to release, this is the trauma card. So everybody experiences trauma very differently. I was talking to a beautiful girl yesterday, and I said to her, the way I look at it is that for every crisis there is a gift. So we all go through an aspect of trauma. How we perceive trauma, how we experience trauma is very, very different for each and every one of us. But when we're aware of that trauma, of what needs to be shifted, okay, and it can be something like shame, as I said earlier, that creates these other aspects then of our self-worth. This is my stuff. I can talk about me. But for others, it can be a lot deeper than that. It could be traumatic because of drug addiction. It could be, abuse. Like, it's very, very different. Even the last 2 years of what we've been going through is traumatic. It's really, really, really put a lot of people in a very, very difficult position. So this needs healing, but it's the understanding of the need of what we're going through is so important to wake people up to see what really is going on, okay? What really needs to change. Change is inevitable. All right, you can listen to that frequency 417. Very important now, protection, huge. Protection, use Raven magic, okay? Use the energy of Raven, use the pentacle if this is what you work with, or a pentagram. So, it's understanding. We can do it also through color clothing. My granddaughter might be coming upstairs, so I've got to try and finish this very quickly now. But here we go, it's protection. We must protect our energy. I actually love the analogy, and I'm going to use it. My daughter was telling a teenager or young adult actually, the other day about ways in which you can protect yourself. And her analogy was, look at it as metaphysically as a condom, a metaphysical condom that you're placing on top of yourself. And I thought, you know what? I think that is actually brilliant, because I think a lot of people, especially the younger generation, well, even though they may not actually use them, but it is actually a good way to see it as protection, because it's that ability to actually see yourself actually putting this condom on yourself. You can put a color with it. You can you can shield it even more. You can use the frequencies of certain animals or shapes. But it's a really good way, especially when not everybody can visualize. But otherwise, you can cloak yourself. You can put yourself in a bubble. You can wear black clothing. You can wear certain crystals. There's so many ways you can do it, okay? All right, I'm just going to pull a few more cards. All right. Exactly what I was saying earlier. Shape-shifting. When we start to shift aspects of self and let it go, because we no longer need to hold onto it, it no longer serves us. It's being able to understand that as our energy, as our frequency starts to shift, we're going to shift. We can start to shape shift. We are still here in this reality, this third density, this third dimension, okay? But it doesn't mean that we can't take ourselves to the next level of density, because density is all about our levels of consciousness, okay? And as we change and shift our levels of consciousness, our density, we can take ourselves anywhere we want to go, all right? That can also come into astral traveling. This particular shape too is that of the Chicana, and the way they actually showed me this, which is the Andean cross, but they showed it to me that if you were to draw lines on it, if it was a flat piece, you would get two pyramids on either side, and what we're actually seeing is the activation of like a Merkaba shape. So it was really quite awesome. A pyramid is 5, the tetrahedron is 4, but it's the concept of what it was creating. Okay, it's again accessing the inner knowledge, the ancient wisdom, and it comes under. I was pulled it out under that, so they go hand in hand. Beautiful. All right, 2 more cards, please, and thank you. Okay, reflection, perfect again. Here we are, we're reflecting at all that we have been through, all that we have, this is about reflecting on your life, and it's becoming aware. So everything is awareness. Awareness is consciousness, all right? We're acknowledging what we have been through, what we have experienced, the highs, the lows, the everything, because this is what makes us who we are, and this is what then helps us see the aspects that need to change, because change is inevitable. Okay, I'm just pulling them from the top of the card. I love it. Dreamweaver, okay? Dreamweaver here is all about what we're here to manifest. And this is actually absolutely perfect, total alignment of where we are heading. And it's all about the number 8. We are heading in on Monday to the Lion's Gate, the 888, okay? And this is what we're here to manifest. This is what we're here to create as a thought. Thought is frequency, which is why it's really important. You've got to be very mindful of what you think, because, what we think is what we create, all right? So when you want to manifest something bloody awesome in your life, okay, this is what we're here to do, manifest. And what's really cool is it's working with spider medicine, because you're working with that web. Spider, for some is an element of fear, but when we're actually thinking about, what spider can do, she can actually create her web. She can build her web, she can pull it down, as she sees fit. And she creates the most magnificent geometries when it comes to building her web, her life. We can do the same. And we're working, because spider has 8 legs, we're working with the number 8. And 8 is all about what we're here to manifest. You know, this is our love, this is our creativity, this is our desires, you know, and coming into this aspect of also leadership for a lot of people. Okay, because that is what Leo represents. So just quickly looking at the bottom of the deck, you know, it's interesting. The bottom of the deck is the Foundations card. Foundation shows that, you know, it's been really rocky, and it really has been. But the number at the top is a 9. 3 + 6 is a 9. It's saying that, you know, what we've been a part of, what we've been witnessing is actually coming to an end. You may not actually see it, but you've got to go within. You've got to be able to feel it. Okay, it's understanding that change is inevitable and it is coming, and we are creating the most magnificent life we're here to create. And I have to show you, because underneath that card is the love frequency. This is all about attracting love into your life. It is about the love of yourself, or, you know, bringing in sacred union or strengthening the sacred union. And I'm even going to go one more, even though it's upside down, but the 852, this is our connection to source. Okay, truly activating that connection to source, because when we do, it's what we're actually going to start to bring through in terms of intuition and wisdom. So really beautiful. I'm going to leave it there. Have a wonderful week. I intend to do another video this week. I'd like to talk about a couple of things that have been at the forefront of my mind. So I will do that later in the week as well. And I will see you soon. Have a wonderful week wherever you are. Bye for now.